Hi Forest fans, Maxton here giving you a quick review of Nottingham Forest losing 1-0 away at Brighton. It was a big game. It was a great opportunity for us. Flaky Brighton, flaky manager, loads of injuries, bang out of form, hammered last week in the league, hammered in Europe in midweek, out of form, out of confidence. And what do? We go and let him play into form and play into confidence, really, by selecting a baffling team, absolutely baffling. You know, a team that should have beaten Liverpool, should have been 2-0 up even before Liverpool scored a late equaliser last week, and changes it. Changes it against a defence of the pace of Lewis Dunk, and and not a pacey defence. We went away. We played more defensive midfielders than we should. We didn't play Hudson-Odoi or Elanga. Hudson-Odoi, Elanga, I think, have been responsible for 10 of the last 17 goals, either scoring or assisting, and you play him on the bench. And Chris Wood makes the start, great. Who's the person that's fed most of Chris Wood's goals? Anthony Elanga. So, let's put Divock Origi on the wing instead of Anthony Elanga. It's just bonkers. Thought we started like the first few minutes okay because we were pressing high, but after that we played passive, and we didn't try and score and get back into the game until we conceded an inevitable goal, because the team selection and the way the manager set them out to play invited pressure, invited Brighton to keep hold of the ball, ping it around. The midfield three was shocking. I don't know why they weren't, at least two of them, not taken off at half time. Couldn't win the ball, couldn't keep hold of the ball, couldn't run with the ball, and passed it and gave it away. Dominguez had one of those Dominguez games that are now becoming too common, quite frankly. He's not as good as everybody thinks he is. Danilo, shocking. Ryan Yates, average. Just really poor. And now our defending from set pieces, corners, crosses has just got even worse, because now we're conceding goals without the opposition attacker even touching the ball in our box from a corner or set piece. Goalkeeper had made one brilliant save, a couple of decent saves before that, but came out and flapped at it. But we've got central defenders that can't head the ball. They can't head the ball. They're not good enough. The only decent header of the ball at the club, the two decent headers of the ball at the club, are Nico Williams and Willy Bolly, and Bolly's on the bench. The whole back four is too inexperienced and can't head the ball. I'll give you Chris Wood as well, but apart from that, we can't head the ball. Lack of experience, just pathetic defending, pathetic goalkeeping. And then we started to try and play after that. Divock Origi, great chance, poor finish. He had another poor effort in the second half as well. I was really expecting another 2 or 3 changes at half time. The manager needs to recognise when he's made a howler of a mistake in his team selection and get the best players on. Of going on the telly about, they're going to get Brighton tired and then bring on those players. But if you bring those players on with 20, 15 minutes to go, they ain't got time. They've got like all that much less of a game to impact the game. And, what Brighton are like, we might not get the ball back off them for 5 minutes. Played decent enough second half, but again, can't score. Poor decision making by lots of different players. Murillo had one where he cut back and had a shot, and there's somebody stood on the penalty spot just waiting for a cut back to put it back in. And then the manager took off, made the subs eventually, got the attacking players on, but it's too late. Stupid management, too late. And then to compound all of that, we're chasing the game, and he takes off Morgan Gibbs-White and brings on Kouyaté, another defensive midfielder. So Morgan Gibbs-White that's just received the ball in midfield and sprayed it out to the left to set up an opportunity. Brings on Kouyaté, who Kouyaté is a player we bring on to see out games. That's his role. That's what he does. And then we've got back to, tons of defensive midfielders in the middle of the pitch. Surprise, surprise, didn't create a single opportunity in injury time and ended up playing like idiots and so on. How that wasn't a red card, modal on Nico Williams, baffling, absolutely baffling. How it goes to VAR and they don't send the referee to the screen, which don't seem to happen anymore because the way the game's refereed changes throughout the season and it's just ridiculous. So we're back to booking players for shouting at the referee and linesman when it's blatantly a corner to Forest, as in Nico Williams, and then yellow card. I mean, that was a red card in the 90s, do you know what I mean? Let alone now. But we wouldn't have scored because we're not good enough. So it doesn't make any difference. There's no point arguing about it. We're going to the next game away at Luton. Luton will murder us. Luton will absolutely murder us because we can't defend crossers, set pieces, physical players, or players that can head the ball. And it's looking pretty poor now, I think. It's looking like we'll get relegated, even if we don't get dot points. So have a safe trip back, Forest fans from Brighton. Hope you enjoyed the seaside. Beach is disappointing, isn't it? Because it's all pebbles. Come on, you Reds.